Hello everyone, Mr. O here. Today's puzzle is called Stitches. So I'll take you to the website puzzle-stitches.com. And here we are. So the goal of this game, this puzzle, is to get all of these areas connected with a stitch. And so every connection, every square that is touching will have to connect with the other squares through a stitch. In this case, because it says the 1 and then the little divided sign, it means that it will have one stitch in between each area. And if that's the case, so this gets a little tricky, but you can do this. All right. Now, so this area here, let's look at this area. It goes like this. It has to connect to all the surrounding areas. So it has to connect to this area, it has to connect to this area, and it has to connect to this area. Anything that it touches, it will have to connect by a stitch. Well, doesn't that give us, so one of your first tips and tricks is look for where there's only one spot where they link up, like this one here. This is one I'll highlight right here. This region here is only touching this region here by this one opportunity for a stitch. So that has to be a stitch there. And these numbers up the top and the bottom will say, this number will indicate how many holes. So this is a hole and this is a hole. So there are two holes, and this stitch puts those two together. So kind of fun, kind of fun. And this one, the whole entire thing will only have one hole. And you can click, if you click and drag, it draws a stitch. If you right click, it draws an X if you know there's not a hole there. And then you can put a left click and it gives you just a hole. So you got three different options there. All right, now these two are connected. This one will have to connect to here and here. So once again, if this hole is connecting down to this bottom region, then the only other connection from this region here to this region over here, the only other connection is here. You see that there's no other opportunity for this region to connect with this region. So there you go. Now we've already gotten, of our three, we've already gotten two that are connections. Now, will the third one be here? In fact, another tips and tricks is if your box is completely contained within the region, there's no connections that can be made, you may as well put an X there, because I can't draw a stitch there. It's not stitching here or here. This is not true in this case, but in fact, there we go, we just got it. This region of 4 boxes has to be connected to this region here. So that connection would have to be here. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We got our 2. Okay. This 2, now I can't connect here, but you know this can't connect because we've already used one of our holes, one there, and so we can't put 2 there. It's going to have to be this way. So put an X there. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all done. These 3, I'm going to need 3 here. So, and we know I can't go here because connecting across this line and down, these are not options. And going to the right, that's not an option. So the only other option here is there. It's going this way. And this puzzle only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, so 4 of them will be filled. I think we can do pretty well to figure that out, especially since we already have X down here. So connection there, connection here. How do I know it's not this way? Well, because 1, right? There's 1 hole already used here. These all have to be X's. We can hit done and see if our puzzle is done correctly. And it was 4 minutes and 2 seconds later. I think you can beat that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling pretty confident that you can. Let's try one more together, and then you can always write me. Let me know if you have questions. Happy to help. Let's try a little bit bigger, 7 by 7. So I gotta scroll a little bit. Let's make these a little bit bigger too. Okay, here we go. 0. Oh, that's the best. You get a 0. That's easy peasy. All right, these boxes are 7 by 7. So if I had a 6 in here or a 7, you know that every single one of them had to have a hole. So let's work through this and see if we can figure some of this out. First of all, I might look for, like this one, I can't connect here, I can't connect here. anything that's completely contained on 3 or 4 sides, if it's right in the middle, by its own box, its own area, then you can't. So like this box, I can't. There's no connection here, here, or here. So we don't have to put a hole there. All right, let's see here. I'm looking for regions where there's only one possible connection. Notice on this one here, both of these will have to be holes, right? Because you're going to have to connect to this, and you're going to have to connect to this. In fact, here's a boundary here that has only one way those two can connect. So there we go. We got two of them right there. This one will have to connect down to here. And so that's all set, all done. So that connection is made and this connection here. This will have to connect either this way or this way. This way or this way. And you know which one because there's only 4 holes. 1, 2, 3 already used. If I connect this way, that's too many. So we get rid of that and we go down. So there you have it. Now there'll be 5 in here. That means only 2 of them will be open. So that's good to know. For these 3s, you only got 2 more. And for these 4s, you get 2 more. All right. What do we got here? There will have to be a connection between this region and this region, but there's a lot of places that can connect here. Actually, no, it can't because we have 3 and already have 2 of them. So these 2 we can put X's in. And since we have to have a 3rd run in this row, it's going to have to be down like that. I can say it could connect here also or here up because this is all the same region. However, we needed 3 in this row, so we know. So this connection has been made to here. All right. One of these 2. No, not true, because this is connection here too. It's going to say we'll have to connect to this region. We know this has to be an X because it has nothing to connect to. We're going to need another one somewhere in this too. So there will be some kind of connection here that will use a hole in this one. We'll have to wait and find out. We know that if for a 1, we can't have any connections that go sideways. Like this cannot be a connection. So I may as well put an X there because it can't connect up and down either. This cannot be a connection, but it might be connecting up like this. Here to here, this can't be a connection, but this one can't be a connection. So we get rid of this one because, again, there's 1 in this row. So to connect here, we create 2. And since it can't go left, up, or down, oops, then we know that one cannot be used. Can't connect here, but potentially here. Oh, nope, you can't because this is a 1 also. So that means both of these can't connect here because this is a 1. And you can't connect here, so that one's out of luck. In that case, if it can't connect left and right or up and down, put an X there. So there's only 2 options here for this one. Either I'm going to connect up to here or I'm going to connect down to here. Those are 2 options for that one. So good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, this one we can't connect here. Certainly not. Nothing to connect to. And then that means our 1 has to be like this. So we've gotten our 1 in that box. We need 2 more in here. We need 1 more in this 4. So it's either going to be this one here, connecting this way, which is not allowed. So it's got to be this one. So we got it. Okay, I'm just looking at the numbers, looking sideways, and looking at the connections I'm making. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. 5. We need 5 in here. This one can't connect up or down, so we'll put an X. This box here. Could we connect down? Well, 1, 2, 3. We need to. That's what we have to do to connect that last box. So this box has now been connected to there. In fact, if you look at it, we could have noticed this earlier. That is the only connection point from this box here, from this region, to this region here. So that's looking good. 5 is done. This, again, this box here will have to connect to this little 4 box area. So we'll put it out there. Could it go up? Yeah. Could it go sideways? Sure. We don't know. We don't know which way it's going to go. In fact, well, 4, we need 1 more for the 4. And since we need 1 more, it cannot go sideways. What does that mean? It means it cannot be this one, because this one will go sideways or down would be in its own region. So that's not allowed. This one here, up or down, nope. Sideways? Nope, can't be. So this has got to be our last dot. And where is it going to connect to? That's the question. At this point, could go either way. Connect here, and this one connect here. No, it could. Because 3 in this column means I can't go up. That would create too many. So that is my stitch there. And then we can put X's throughout here. X, X, X. This 4 is done. This 2 is now completely done, which means this, ladies and gentlemen, must connect to this box. Right? Because there's no connection being made so far from this region here to this whole thing here. So we connect. 3 is now done. 4, we need 2 more. That's the last place we can go. Let's see if it's right. 6 minutes, 40 seconds. Good luck to you, ladies and gentlemen, as you try to do these puzzles. Actually, I don't know what these things are for. So mess around with those. There's also the tutorials here on the side if you ever want to watch their YouTube tutorials that they've made. I hope you do well. I wish you the best. Let me know if you have questions, because as always, I'm happy to help. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.